for today here, Week 6, Day 2. Things are falling into place, and right now, again, the story here, FNATIC ONIC Philippines just undefeated against the winless TNC right now, trying to get that point. And again, I know it's quite the obstacle ahead of TNC, but they already get a flicker out.
Forces the flicker out, but the shadow coming in from Kazin to draw the first blood. And it was Escalera who picked up the first blood.
Well, I was all going to go into this, what if things happen like this and it's another upset that we see for Week 6? That would be great. I mean, you can still see a team like TNC with the way the points are if they just win everything. It would be a very interesting wait for the playoffs to see the last 4 teams lock in the slots here. But right now for FNATIC ONIC Philippines and with the lineup that they brought to this game, I love the mix-up. I love that we also have some heroes still showing up, popping up. The Cho pick was picked up early on, like the panel mentioned, and that could be a crucial component to making things work. And I love to see the Balrog pop up again. Was it last week we saw this debut?
I think it was Week 4.
Week 4.
Week 4 when Shakno, it was Omega.
That's right.
Who actually released it, paired up with Luyi.
Yep.
So the package is going to be Escalera later on for those unusual Wrath of Dryad setups coming in from this Beleric.
Send them on in, and that's what they're going to do. Not only that, but also playing around the fact that, when we talk about TNC and Coach Wolf over there, we've seen different versions, I feel like, of TNC throughout the season up to this point, and we've also seen them where they're riding on their own momentum, and when I say that, I mean within a full-on diversion.
Oh, but Super Friends manages to flicker out. Now it's Kirk's time to out-sustain TNC. Okay.
All right, hold on. All I wanted to say is TNC has made improvements over the season, and I'm just waiting for them to get to that tipping point. Maybe this is it. Now, if they do it against a team like FNATIC ONIC Philippines, that would be phenomenal. This lineup could help them get there, but we'll see how this first turtle does play out, because right now, we've got just Escalera planning up in front of it.
You know what I like the lineup from TNC is the fact that we've been saying the Phoenix Army is really good in terms of early to mid.
Yeah.
But right now with the Luyi and Hayabusa combination, we can just see glimpses of what happened during game number 1. But hold that thought, because Kozin with the quad shadow. Kozin's going to fall down with a gap coming in from FNATIC ONIC down bot.
They might just trade this. So, with that play down from King Kong, they should be able to get the objective.
And here comes the final slash coming in from heads.
Wow. As
Kazin picks up the turtle. So that's the trade TNC wanted.
Oh, that's a trade right now, too. Lancey takes a ton of hits. And this is, man, you know what? With that, with the change that we saw from Nolan, he's going to pop up nearly every single game, every series right now. Even with that chase that we just saw from there, King Kong's going to be absolutely fine. And there was a whole lot of gold also that went in the hands of Kelra. Again, the Beatrix pick, let's talk about it a little bit. This was a hero that was just a mainstay all the way back in, M4?
Yeah.
When she had the figurine even. And it's been a while. You've seen her pop up a couple times, but so far it's still kind of niche for a lot of teams.
Okay, so right now FNATIC ONIC really holding to their aggression. Plan A so far is to activate King Kong once again with an early snowball. King Kong's been doing this for numerous games now throughout 6 weeks. So let's see if FNATIC ONIC can actually pull it off, because so far TNC's been playing safe as well. Compared to the kill onto the bottom lane, but they traded that for the turtle.
Early pickups here coming into place. You already got the Thunderbelt in the hands of heads. We even know, we talked about the changes that some of the items received yesterday. So still, Thunderbelt seems to be the way to go for a lot of the XP laners. And then even over on the other side, we're still seeing teams kind of prioritize the build paths that we're used to, for the most part, over the past 5-6 weeks, right? The only really difference is maybe some of the heroes aren't prioritized as much. For example, through the course of the season, we've seen the Jushin fall off a little bit, the rise of the Faramis, and even the Luyi once again. And even maybe I would say Roger. Roger's not the hot pick anymore that we were used to.
We were so used to Roger being picked first pick onto the blue side, or a trade to the red side. This time, things are different. We are seeing the rise of Hayabusa. So far in 3 games, there has been 3 Hayabusa games for today.
And why not? When you're
Plus
trying to ride
Luyi.
momentum. Exactly, Luyi as well. Oh, look at this turtle. It's already going to be fought for.
Okay, with the zone from Brusco, he's gonna kick Kaizen over there. Now TNC wants to go for the trade as FNATIC ONIC tries to play it safe, flexing the recalls. Look at that. Man, you know, I'm biased towards TLPH recall, but looking at Super Prince's recall,
Yeah.
the Thunder, it's so nice, the lightning.
You know what? I wish I was like Burrito. Burrito, our Filipino caster over there. I think he got all of them, didn't he? Didn't he get all the emotes?
It was Hans.
Oh, it was Hans. Hans got all the emotes. I wish I had that many diamonds.
Yeah, same. If I don't give it away.
Is your favorite TLPH also?
Yeah, yeah.
TLPH?
You know what? I'm pretty sure it's also your favorite nice soup.
Is it because of the flex?
You want a reminder?
No, I don't.
Yeah, check my social media later. I'm gonna post a reminder.
I think everybody will pass on that, myself included. Well, right now, FNOP is just building a lead, man. This is probably one of the games where it's like low action.
Yeah.
It's all macro. It's all been macro for the most part for FNATIC ONIC Philippines, getting themselves up to this point in this lead. They've got multiple Tier 1 turrets down as well to build that off. So you're really wondering, TNC, we talked about letting them cook. Where is it? But what are they cooking here?
Yeah.
When are they going to pull this lineup off and make something work? It could be the setup happening shortly, but if they let things continue to build up like this, like FNATIC ONIC, they might just be way too late for it. Brusco doing a phenomenal job again playing this Cho and just being that walking vision.
Yeah. The panel has been mentioning this actually a while ago that FNATIC ONIC, in terms of gold lead in all their games, they're ranked #1, so they really know how to make the most out of very, very slow-paced game. Despite the kill scoreboard 1-1, they took down 2 turrets. I believe they were able to get 1 turtle. Now Kirk wants to go for the I'm offended play. TNC, though, manages to dodge the potential setup coming in from FNATIC.
You know what this feels like? This feels like even FNATIC ONIC Philippines is like, come on, let's fight. Like, Kirk's not going to expend a flicker because he doesn't need to before the turtle, but this could break out in a fight.
Okay, a good zone coming in from Kirk as King Kong gets the turtle. Now they want to extend the lead by picking someone off, but the problem is TNC is really playing it safe.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Brusco on the other hand. Kaizen with a beautiful pickoff. Wiggy shadow kill to finish him off, and that's a trade once again. Kirk uses the I'm offended flicker play, not going to connect, but here comes the Spear of Destruction. Will they commit? It's Escalera uses the Wrath of Dryad, and FNATIC ONIC disengage.
See what I mean? It's just a lot of like poke and then back off, poke and then back off, and I feel like FNATIC ONIC is in a position to actually go full force in a fight. It's just TNC, maybe they're thinking, you know, we're not ready for this. We don't actually want to fight this yet. Not going to land that final slash either from heads here. So it's more or less of the same. And at some point here, Ingon, that's the thing. TNC's not going to have a choice. They're going to have to go in to force something. Kirk's going to find pull.
Okay, Kirk trying to force it, though. Wiggy shadow kill once again. He used the retribution just to bring him down as well. Brusco trying to save at the moment by trying to get a kick. But a diversion play.
Diversion too.
Okay. Super Prince knows.
Yeah, he knows. So
he knows.
That's the thing. At least TNC is able to get some on the board. But where is this moment for them to like get that damage department going? There's a lot of options here. You know, it's whether it's Lancey, whether it's Kaizen. He hasn't died yet either. Lancey as well. Kaizen has been farming up ever since he did go down earlier on in the gold lane. So at this point, it's just buying time. TNC, they focused so much on the early game before previously in the weeks that they played up that, you know, they might just be playing the long game in this one.
Yeah, it actually favors their lineup in terms of macro later on. Again, the Hayabusa Shadow, Quad Shadow, plus the Diversion. They can try to build up slow pushes whenever major objectives are there. But here comes the Conceal. Brusco with a kick. It's going to go on to Escalera. They're going to burst him down right away as Super Friends cast the real world manipulation. Heads manages to catch every single bullet coming in from Kelra as FNATIC ONIC picks up 2.
They pick up 2, and now they're going to try to get this Tier 1 turret. Kaizen goes in, walks into a shot, does some damage to Kelra, but he is fine, and this is all part of the plan to go and get this objective. They made a good play right before they decided to grab the Lord here. So FNATIC ONIC Philippines just going through the motions, the foundation, and the timings that they need here. TNC will have no other option than to get ready for the defense. And, you know, it's going back to the question, are they ready for that fight? Are they ready? Do they have the items that they need? And even so, this Belric so far I feel like has not been working, you know, to its use that we saw previously in the weeks.
Yeah, huge credit goes to Brusco, actually, because he's not giving Escalera the brushes to actually position himself properly to cast that ultimate. And at the same time, it's kind of risky to send Escalera right away for those diversion plays. Because FNATIC ONIC, although they're playing as a super family, as one, like, they're close, they're not as close. So if you cast the Wrath of Dryad, it's almost gonna connect onto at least one. Because FNATIC ONIC's really spread out.
Yeah, they are. You almost have to rely also on heads. Like, if he's going to get a final slash and then you're able to use the Wrath of the Dryad off to be able to lock them down, then that might be the best solution. Because right now, it's mostly just kind of like watching FNATIC ONIC take everything on the map. You know, you don't really have much of a choice, and that's why I was saying earlier, even FNATIC ONIC Philippines, they're like, well, Kirk, if you can go and get an I'm offended, then, you know, we'll start a fight, but we don't really have to. Even Brusco, he doesn't have to do anything fancy on the show right now. So Lord here already popping the Holy Shield on the top side. We'll see if they actually force a fight, because for the whole game, they haven't had to.
Yeah. Kirk, Brusco has the flicker, although Brusco expended his conceal. Will they try to force something here? I think not. They're just going to wait it out. 70 seconds before the second Lord comes. And this is actually the moment wherein you want to make a play if you're a Luyi.
If you're for just Hail Mary diversion, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, maybe. As long as there's no Lord yet, you have inhibitor turrets. If you can try to secure a buff, go for a Hail Mary play as much as possible. Because eventually, once FNATIC ONIC does secure that second Lord, you know Kirk's going to cook something. He's going to go in with the I'm offended play. And even if he misses, there's always the follow-up coming in from Brusco. And when all else fails, Super Friends has been casting that real-world manipulation to perfection.
And that's the problem, because even if you go in for a diversion, like, let's say you happen to get one from FNATIC ONIC Philippines, you're just going to get collapsed on, especially with the real-world manipulation there. And you can see just how confident they'll play around the lead they have. You know, this is massive at this point. Earlier on, it was between the gold lane and the jungles alone, they had a gap in those respective roles, like 2,000 plus gold.
Yeah.
Diversion's going to be used to go ahead and send Kozin up top because, again, just trying to push some in. They don't have any turrets, mind you, for up to this point, almost 13 minutes. TNC really at this moment, they have to kind of just play on the super defense, like as defensive as you can, finally getting the objective here on the top lane.
Yeah, as much as possible, try to get those turrets from the opposite lane as they try to get one. And FNATIC ONIC once again secures an uncontested Lord. And this time, you know FNATIC ONIC, with the lead that they established, and looking at Kelra's items, oh, it's going to be enough to burst down even Escalera. One I'm offended play from Kirk, or even a pick-off, a good Wave the Dragon from Brusco might end this.
And that's a scary thing, again. Like I said, TNC can wait to hopefully punish a forced entry from FNATIC ONIC Philippines, which is going to happen off this Lord, mind you. The only problem is you're so outgunned. Even with Lancey picking up a Divine Glaive, like, it doesn't really help the whole case of just what's waiting from this lineup, from this arsenal of FNATIC ONIC Philippines. So the waves are going to be pushing in here, and they're going to have to kind of buckle in and get ready if they want to actually withstand this push at the 14-minute mark nearly, as Brusco just faces off, stares him down. Lord's going to go down pretty quickly with this mid-wave pushing in.
Patience game from TNC. They cast a diversion. They're going to send Escalera, but Kirk manages to catch him off guard. Wrath of Dryad will be casted, but the damage from FNATIC ONIC is just too much as Escalera will fall down. Now they still have a setup coming in from Brusco plus the flicker. TNC manages to clear out the minions, but that was an effort though from the Phoenix army. It was just that the damage from Kelra was too much, and the follow-up from TNC is not there yet.
Okay, they don't have Escalera for another 10 seconds, and this wave pushing in mid, if FNATIC ONIC wanted to, they could actually force this and just try to get the base turret. Escalera will be up. That might be all they get.
Oh, here comes the kick and flicker from Brusco. They're going to catch heads off guard as the killing spree will be picked up by King Kong. Kazan tries to go for Super Prince, but a weak shadow kill. Here comes the Spear of Destruction onto Kelra. Kelra uses the... Oh, outplayed by 3 members of FNATIC ONIC. That was an effort, though, from Kozin. Almost, but it's not going to be enough to bring down one member of the Sonics.
It's not going to be enough, and now the mid-turret worked on, taken down. 3 members left alive.
And here comes the push from FNATIC. Kirk flickers in. A knock-up once again from Brusco onto Escalera. It's just Lancy and Kazan left. They're going to manage to clear out the minions and try to salvage the last inhibitor turret that they have.
They're still going to respect, even with the lead they have, they're still going to respect the damage.
Oh, Kirk! Kirk manages to escape the Wiki Shadow kill, but he's going to fall down in the hands of Lancy, and that's a pickup you want if you're TNC.
Even with a massive lead, FNATIC ONIC Philippines will not be able to end the game off of that one. The threat potential of the Loyi obviously still there. You would be surprised at how much damage you're able to pump out. And Kazan was up too, so they only get the 2 base turrets down. Lord is up though. So they're going to do the same thing. Whoa, they're going to send diversion!
Diversion onto Brusco. This time it's going to connect. But look at the damage coming in from Kelra. Might be able to take down Escalera. Here comes the real-world manipulation from Super Prince. Despite the Revitalize, it's not going to be enough to out-sustain the damage of the Sonics.
That was the Hail Mary we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You might as well, you don't have anything to lose at this point. Might as well just throw yourself in there with the diversion. And what it does is ultimately it slows things down a little bit. And TNC might still be playing around the fact that, hey, let's just go for it.
Okay, Kirk, cast time prevented, heads as well. But look at the damage, it's just really too much. Kazan manages to get the Lord though. Will he be able to escape? Here comes the quad shadow. Goes in with a Wind of Nature play. Gonna take down one. Wants to go right after King Kong, but here comes Kirk and Super Friends. Kazan is still here though. Super Friends, look at the damage, look at the slows. Brewster's gonna come back with a conceal. Jit Kundo, Kazan gonna be bursted down by Super Friends, but Brusco manages to kick him. Here comes Kazan wanting to go for Super Friends. But the double kill is there, as TNC will also have the 3rd Lord.
Oh, Super Friends quite low! Gets taken out, and they're still going.
And here comes King Kong. Escalera manages to escape in the diversion play. Is this the push? Is this the push TNC wants, though? They don't have Kozin and Kazan, but they have the Lord.
Is this the miracle turnaround for TNC? I mean, they got the Lord, but what will they actually get out of that? Maybe the tier 1's finally falling down all across the lane here. You can already see the community prediction as well for this matchup. King Kong gonna make his way.
Okay, King Kong wants to go for a kill. Brusco with the kick onto Escalera. Revitalize is there. Look at the damage. Brusco soaking everything up. He has to escape there, as TNC manages to get a turret in middle lane.
You're starting to
diversion.
see. Oh,
Brusco's immortality will be popped. Here comes Kazan with a weak shadow kill, but Kelra has the Wind of Nature to bring him down. That was too deep. Spear of Destruction will not connect here. And now King Kong going right after the back line. Heads with the final slash, but is it going to be enough though? Kirk and Super Friends. Look at the Winter Crown play. They're still alive as Kirk picks up a double kill. It's just Kozin left.
What an item pickup. Winter Crown, then the Rose Gold Meteor. Gets that little bit of the shield. King Kong doesn't go down. Oh, that's rough. Again, it makes me wonder if TNC would have been able to do more if they didn't have such a massive deficit. But right now, FNOP going for the base.
Kozin up against 4 minions onto the middle lane. Kirk enters as FNATIC ONIC takes game number 1.